Salatu Wassalamu ala Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Continuing the explanation of the book 100 Benefits from Al-Aqeeda al-wasitiya by Sheikh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymeen rahimahullah. These 100 benefits were extracted by some noble students of knowledge, and also I'd like to say that I benefit more from the viewer than the viewer does from me. So may Allah reward them. Jazakumullahu khairan. Also I'd like to give a shout out, if that's the right term, to Isa, Harith and Ihsan for all the nice words of encouragement. May Allah reward them well, and may Allah make them from the ulama, Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and be a thorn in the throats of Ahlul Bidah. So without further ado, let's carry on. Al-Fa'ida Al-Thaniya Ashar Al-Tahrif, distortion, يعني تغيير وهو إما لفظي أو معنوي. So distortion regarding the text is changing either the actual word or the meaning of it. والغالب أن التحريف اللفظي لا يقع وإذا وقع لا يقع إلا من جاهل. And usually the distortion of the text does not happen, and when it does happen, it happens from an ignorant person. لكن, and this is very important, now pay attention, ركز معي. لكن التحريف المعنوي, however, the distortion of the meaning هو الذي وقع فيه كثير من الناس, that is what many people fall into. وأهل السنة والجماعة إيمانهم بما وصف الله بنفسه خال من تحريف. And this is very important now, this last sentence. أهل السنة والجماعة, their belief with what Allah has described himself by is empty from changing or distortion, either the wording or the meaning. The next benefit, الفائدة الثالثة عشر من تمام الإسلام لله عز وجل أن لا تبث في الأمور المتعلقة بأسماء الله وصفاته على سبيل التنعط وتنطع والشيء الذي ما صاب عنه. Okay, so this is a very important benefit from the completeness of Islam for Allah Azza wa Jal, that you do not ask about matters that are connected with the names of Allah and the attributes of Allah in a way of like basically not accepting them, and something which the Sahaba did not ask about either. Also, you have to be patient with people that are, this is just me adding a little bit here, you have to be patient about people that ask questions these days because ignorance is widespread. لأنه لو فتح الإنسان على نفسه بابا فتحت عليه أبواب لأنه لو فتح الإنسان على نفسه بابا فتح عليه أبواب تهدمت أسوار وأجز عن دب نفسه والواجب القول سمعنا وأطعنا حتى نسلم. Because if a person opens up the door of questions or this kind of way, he would not be able to control himself. So it's obligation upon us to say we hear and we obey, and we submit basically. And if you refer to the last video where we talked about where a person can't comprehend his soul, so how can he comprehend for example, the attributes of Allah? So Allah says He has this attribute, we accept it, we don't say how it is. We know there is a how, but we don't know the how. We don't deny it, we don't compare it to ourselves, because if we're nothing like Allah, then His attributes are not going to be nothing like Allah. So we don't say how it is, we don't deny it, we don't compare it, and we don't change it. We don't say, oh, it means this, it means this, because if Allah meant that, He would have said that. Yeah. Okay. الفائدة الرابعة عشر التمثيل ذكر مماثل لشيء. التمثيل basically mentioning something similar to something. وبينه وبين التكييف عموم وخصوص مطلق. And between the definition of tamthil and takif, the howness, there is generalities and specifications, and we're going to go through this now, so sorry for what I'm talking about. لأن كل ممثل مكيف وليس كل مكيف ممثل, because everyone that gives a similitude he's basically treading into the hawness. While not everyone talks about a hawness is necessarily comparing. لأن التكييف ذكر الكيفية غير مقرونة بمماثل, because when you say the hawness, yeah, for example, the attributes of Allah, how the attributes are, then that doesn't necessarily mean that you're comparing. Yeah. مثل أن تقول لي قلم كيفيته كذا كذا. For example, you say to me, a pen is like this. فإذا قرنت بماثل صار تمثيلا. However, if you say a pen is like this one that I saw, and you describe one pen to try and compare your pen, then you entered into تمثيل. مثل أن تقول هذا كلام مثل هذا الكلام. And the Shaykh gives an example. You say this pen is like this pen. وأهل السنة والجماعة يثبت لله عز وجل صفات بدون مماثلة. So Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they affirm the attributes of Allah without making tamthil, like saying it's similar to this. يقولون إن الله عز وجل له حياة وليس له مثل حياتنا. They say Allah has a life, but his life is not like our life. وله علم وليس مثل علمنا. And he has knowledge, but it's not like our knowledge. For example, his life has no beginning and has no ending. Ours has a beginning and ending, etc. وله بصر وليس مثل بصرنا. He has vision and it's not like our vision. وله وجه وليس مثل وجوهنا. He has a face, it's not like our face. وله, I mean, if he وله يد وليست مثل أيدينا, and he has a hand, but his hand is not our hand. His hand creates the heavens and the earth. وهكذا مع جميع الصفات, and likewise all of the attributes. SubhanAllah, how can anyone compare Allah's face to a human face? A'udhu Billah. His face is full of majesty and honor, while the human face, as it gets older, deteriorates. SubhanAllah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.